Welcome back to Emergency Intercom. I'm Drew.
I'm Enya.
And this is our unmedicated ADHD. Damn.
Sorry, I'm eating bread because I'm not kidding. I think that medicines like Dayquil and NyQuil that give you liver warnings on the back are actually making you sicker. Because every time I take it, my kidneys hurt.
Boy, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I don't believe in medicine either anymore.
Yeah, I stopped believing it. I feel like but also
over-the-counter medication.
Maybe it's because...
Give me a Percocet, though.
Do you believe in Percocet but not, like,
I believe in
NyQuil?
Percocet. I believe in Roxycontin, Oxycontin. What else is there? Fentanyl patches, fentanyl lollipops.
I'm going to stick a fentanyl lollipop in your butt.
I would literally love that so much because there's this thing called boofing that is like boofing ketamine.
Yeah. Why haven't we made like condoms that are like integrated with certain things? Like to get people high while they fuck.
They probably do that.
I'm gonna make that.
Yeah.
Me as if any of those jokes are legal. I'm like,
no, they're all being left in.
Okay, we have mushroom gummies. Mushroom condoms.
Weed condoms?
That's
CBD.
too much because you can literally go like to the Apple store of weed and like get a good edible. Why are you putting it in your butt? Like, but yeah, I just want to say that I don't believe in modern medicine.
Over the counter.
I take it because, yeah, I believe in modern medicine, like vaccines and whatnot, but over the counter, like, you're selling me something that on the back literally is warning me 1,000,000 times not to take more than 2 a day or else I will experience liver failure.
I shouldn't be putting that into my body.
Yeah.
I should be letting the gods cure me as they intended with my immune system.
But I was sick last week, as you all know. I feel way better, but I woke up sick again because I felt better. My first day feeling fully healthy, I was like, yes, perfect timing. It was our friend's party. I went and then I smoked a bunch of cigarettes.
And fucked up your throat again.
I'm back to feeling a little not so lit, but that's okay. That's the way love goes.
That's the way it is. That's the way it is. The only reason I said boofing ketamine is that's an inside joke with one of our friends that is 100% listening, and we miss you. We miss you, babes.
Imagine she just doesn't listen to this one. Fuck, I was gonna say something. I realized my farts, for the most time, are silent because I have no ass cheeks for them to travel through.
Yeah, you don't. There's not the like walls to reverberate.
There's no wall of sound.
Yeah, since mine is so fat, it's like earth-shattering, like farts. when I do, it shakes the earth. You fart? You remember the?
Wait, you fart?
Yeah, you remember the San Francisco earthquake?
Yeah.
That was because I shit myself.
Your shits are really like scentless.
Yeah, the LA one, I think it was in 98 maybe. I don't remember. There was the one that collapsed the bridge in LA. That was on me, unfortunately.
You had just been born though.
I know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You were born with all that cake?
It was devastating.
I did open the fridge this morning and I farted like a 48-year-old man. And like I was literally in my like pajamas and like all like ragged because I had just woken up and I like looked in the fridge and I farted and I felt like a 48-year-old who like is a divorcee and I deserved it.
You lost the house and you have the bachelor apartment.
Yeah,
the sad divorced dad apartment
where I live with like 2 random 20-year-olds who I like met on Craigslist.
Yeah, the divorcee apartment is like really sad and something a lot of people go through and no one talks about.
Oh.
What?
If it's a man who is divorced, he probably deserves it.
Kai.
I'm sorry.
I know, Kai's literally on his fucking iPhone.
He's on TikTok as we're working.
I always watch porn at like 4 minutes just to like feel something.
Oh my god.
Just to remind yourself what time we're at.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, speaking of divorce, we need to level out the playing field and more women need to start cheating. And I was thinking about this while I was driving yesterday. So,
men cheat.
I know that, like, women, because we're just so, like, emotionally intellectual, like, and we're not driven by these, like, fucking, like, ruthless evils that men are, that more often than not, women aren't the ones cheating. So here's my plan. Because I know that cheating, like, is, like, a hard thing to do because women are just so, like, gorgeous and amazing and perfect. So it's hard to, like, be unloyal like that because we are so meant to be ride or die. So next time you are about to break up with your partner, just lie and say you cheated. Like, just so we can even out the play. And you might be like, well, I don't want to be, like, seen and perceived as a cheater. Cheating is in. That's my trend forecast. Trend forecast this, trend forecast that. No. Cheating is in 2023. Women cheating is in. It's a slay. It's, like, very sexy. It's like, damn, like, I bet it was good, though. Like, yeah, that's my prediction.
Yeah, and girls can't actually cheat because they're not pretty enough. So they have to lie.
Is that a joke, or?
No, that's how I feel.
I thought, like, the thing is you go so back and forth. Oh, you said girls. You're not talking about, like, women. Do you reserve two different opinions, or you just think, like, women and girls are, like, just nasty?
Vaginas are scary. Period. Uterus. And that's on uterus. We need to start saying that. Like, oh, like when you're going to say, like, period, you say uterus.
I was thinking, like, instead of saying, oh, it's giving, it's purring.
Don't say that. No, do not say that. But say uterus. Oh my God, like, it's giving uterus.
It's not giving uterus. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's giving colonoscopy.
Oh my fucking God, I cannot believe you said that because that is the perfect segue for something I have written down that I wrote down this fucking morning. That is insane that you said that because that is the first time that word has been uttered on this fucking podcast. But when I was like 11 or 12, I was having like really gnarly stomach issues. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Like, I would eat and immediately like throw up right after. And it wasn't on some like ED shit. It was fully like my stomach and my body was like not letting food go down my gullet. So like I lost a bunch of weight and I was already underweight. So I went to the doctor and they were like, oh, you probably just have acid reflux. And I was like, yeah, I know I have acid reflux. Like, my teeth are all melting out of my fucking skull because at night my stomach acid and bile goes up into my throat and melts the enamel off my fucking teeth.
Dude, that literally just made me like shiver. That's
yeah,
so
it was fucked up. I still do when I eat chocolate.
And I know when you forgot to brush your teeth in the morning, you went to school, you smelled like shit.
I never forgot to brush my teeth.
I know you smelled like fucking doo-doo. Okay,
I went 3 days. No.
Go, say it, please,
no,
please. Is this recently?
No. But I had... Where was I?
You said, okay, you were going to the doctor, you had stomach issues.
Oh, yeah, they were like, you probably have acid reflux, and I was like, oh, yeah, I fucking know. Well, we went and got a second opinion from another doctor, and they were like, this is weird. A 12-year-old should not be having stomach acid or stomach issues like this. Like, let's get you an endoscopy, which is when they get a camera and they shove it down your throat and they look at... that's why I don't have a gag reflex. They shove the camera down your throat. They check out like your esophagus and your stomach, make sure you don't have ulcers and shit. I think they even go into like the beginning of your stomach. I think it's like the idiom or something like that. I don't know if I can know. But
okay, pre-med.
No, I don't even know what it's called. That's not even the right. Oh my fucking God.
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm just like,
wow.
Could it be me? Like, I'm no dropout. You're just such a like.
Wow.
Like, stick to the plan. Like, well, you ever heard of that? Okay, yeah.
But and they asked, they said, oh, like, we also want to do a colonoscopy. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's okay. Like, more shit to talk about.
This is when you're 12?
Yeah. So in the same procedure, they did an endoscopy and a colonoscopy at the same time, and this is the worst part. Well, okay, we'll go back like 2 days.
Not the same time.
They met the cameras in the middle, and there's footage of my insides with the cameras looking at each other.
Stop,
no, they didn't do it at the same
I literally
time.
was like, damn, they Eiffel Towered you.
Yeah, literally. But a couple days prior, I had to take like the most amount of laxatives anybody's ever consumed. And like, I mean, I was like spraying shit out of my ass. This was like pre-constipation era. Like, it was flowing, and it was like football season. So like there was like a bathroom right next to our living room, and I would go in that bathroom and like explode shit out of my ass, and people would like evacuate. It was like really fucked up. It was like bad. But anyways, I was like a child and whatever. So fast forward to now, they did the procedures at this exact same time, and I woke up out of the procedure, and my right eye felt just so weird. I was like, something is wrong with this eye, but I didn't say anything while I was at the hospital. Went home, slept it off, like woke up at like 7, and I had like the worst pink eye of my entire life, which either means that they gave me pink eye. They either put that fucking poop tube down my throat, that poop camera down my throat, and accidentally rubbed their fucking gloveless hands on my eye and gave me pink eye, or I just got pink eye because I was like shitting so much.
I'm gonna assume you got pink eye because you were spraying shit out of your ass and you weren't washing your hands.
I actually was washing my hands because my mom made me, but I was heavily convinced that this was malpractice and I was gonna win like a case against this company.
Mind you, he's 12.
I literally was. I was scheming. I was like figuring this shit out. I was like, oh, this is not gonna slide.
Figuring you're gonna finger that shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Of your butt.
Have done that
you're
before.
Constipated. Stop.
We talked about it in like the first episode or something like that. Yeah, I'm so Japan core. Like, if you know, you know.
Because of the Pocari Sweat, babe. You got that in LA.
Little Tokyo. But what was I saying?
You were saying that you're gonna finger it out. You fingered poop out your butt.
We bleeped it in one of the first episodes because I was like, we cannot start like this.
Well, now we're so far gone. Like, it's not the like. I feel like saying that you fingered poop out of your butt is probably one of the like more tame things we've maybe said. Did you know that if you're a girl and you got a shit, and you put your finger in your vagina and you press against the back, you could feel the poop in your butt?
What?
That's real.
No way.
That is so real.
That's so cool.
That's what, like, why is that so cool to you?
That's cool and sexy.
Yeah, you could just, like, massage it out if you really needed to, I bet. I haven't done that because like I'm not nasty and I don't poop. Are you okay?
That was just far too much for me. I'm gonna be honest. That was a lot.
Was that more than all of us watching porn?
Yeah. Oh,
no, that was too much for you.
No, that wasn't too much for me. I just like didn't need to see that. Like I never needed to witness that. Like it was laying eggs. Like it was laying eggs inside of her.
We were watching porn that was like, I feel like it used to be a big joke.
This podcast is fucking nasty.
I know.
Like,
okay, we're gonna move on.
Yeah,
we don't have like, so we were watching this porn. That's our media of the week. It's like the egg porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We'll go to like a little nicer note. Sad still for me, but. So I recently found out that the odor that I was smelling in middle school, like during the wintertime, was stinky Uggs. Like girls would wear their Uggs and they would fucking stink like shit and they would have an odor. And it was like always kept a secret. And I was always like, what the fuck is this like sulfur, like nasty ass rotten egg fucking odor stench coming from this area? And it was always like the pretty girl sitting in the area. And I was like, there's no way it's them. Well, this one girl in particular who had stinky fucking Uggs, and now but she was also like the prettiest girl in school. I asked her to the dance, and I asked her just like, you want to go to the dance with me? And in front of everybody, it was like 8 people at the lunch table, and she said no. And I was like literally destroyed.
What was your reaction? Like,
I was literally destroyed, like humiliated, because like I thought I was like rizzing all over her. Like I was spraying Riz everywhere. Like
I don't know if that's the way.
I was squirting Riz. Like it was crazy, oozing Riz. Just like thick, creamy Riz all over the place. But yeah, she said no, and I was like literally like so heartbroken. Like, not because I like wanted to go on the date with her, but because I was like embarrassed that someone would say
sorry,
no to
I
me.
just watched the way you rubbed your eye and it freaked me out. You were doing it in like such a specific way. You were like
Yeah, because like you get
like that was you literally looked like an animatronic. It was scaring me. Okay, so she said no. What, did you just walk away or did you try to like say anything else?
Oh, I was joking. I straight up I was like I wouldn't ask you anyways, like that type of vibe. And like, yeah, I was really like, fucking humiliated. Fucking ugly, yeah, so. But look who won. She has stinky fucking Uggs.
And you were sitting in that chair
drinking Japan core.
Well, when Drew said that to me, I was like telling him how I saw a TikTok about that the other day, like about stinky Uggs. Oh, because the girl who does all like the 2008 content did that. But I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I didn't know when you were like, when people were young, they were like experiencing like Uggs getting stinky because no one in my area had fucking Uggs. And then it reminded me that I had bootleg Uggs when I was younger from Skechers. They were like
broke, no money, poor.
Oh my God. Like I
get your money up, not your funny up.
I mean, we
fake
were
Uggs,
and I was a kid.
Fugs.
So. Oh my God. Did you just make Fugs up?
Yeah.
Fugs is good. Fuglies.
It's probably been said.
Yeah, someone has to have said Fugs. Well, I had Fugs growing up, and I just thought they were the weirdest shoe ever because I genuinely didn't see Uggs until I like met you guys, and then
I put you on.
Yeah, and then I saw like, of course, I saw like Fall Girl like memes and stuff, but I just assumed it was like such a niche community that did Uggs, and I didn't know that it was a huge thing for like white communities. And I was like, wow, okay, yeah. It was really big.
That and like, this is a deep cut. Actually, I don't even think it's a deep cut, but Kendra Scott was like,
what's Kendra Scott again?
It was like the Tiffany of my hometown. Like, if you had like your Kendra Scott necklace, your Kendra Scott earrings, your fleece like North Face jacket, your Uggs and your leggings, like you were top bitch in school. Like that you tore, like that was the fit. It's like fake ass jewels. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
And
I think this might still be a thing.
Yeah. Well, the Kendra Scott and that all the girlies would go to is no longer in business. So
R.I.P.
Fumbling hard, fumbled the bag. But one of my friends recently, Kendra Scott, hosted a party in Austin, and he was hired as a fake paparazzi to paparazzi all of the celebrity guests that went in. Greg Abbott is a fucking freak bitch, monster bitch.
I don't know who that is.
He's like the governor of Texas. He's the worst fucking person on planet Earth. And like, we all hope he dies like right now. Like, he just needs to keel over, get it done with, finish the job. He pulled up and it was quiet.
Like, did they not fake paparazzi?
I think they
had to. The job had to be done.
Yeah.
A job was a job, and the job had to be done.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Uggs weren't
that
a thing.
Motherfucker.
And then wait, I actually really want to find the fake Skechers Uggs because I don't think they like were big too. Sketcher Uggs. Now they're doing like the new ones. I need to find like the grumbly ones I had. These were kind of what I had. They were like similar in like sheen. Like, they were so weird. And my dad got them for me. And also, this is why it makes sense that my dad got them for me, because my dad was at the time working for a really wealthy white family. And I think maybe their daughters had Uggs. So my dad was just like, went to go get us shoes and was like, oh, like, these are like those shoes those girls have. I'm going to get it for my girls. And got it for me and my sister. And we liked them because we were like, oh, these are fun and cozy. But like, if I wore any other fake shoe to school, like, God forbid I wore like
and
ones or like Shacks to school, I would have been like roasted at the fucking stake. But nobody knew what Uggs were, so they were just like, oh, she's on her cozy shit. Like, I was just serving like going to school in like my Cookie Monster pants kind of vibe when I pulled up with those, and people were like, wow, she's so cozy.
Damn,
like me coming to school with a blanket and my fake Uggs. Yeah, I just didn't give a fuck. Me going to school with a blanket, my fake Uggs, my like black jegging, like leggings, my white polo.
What did you just call me?
Jeggings? You are kind of like jeggings because after a few washes, you're fucking useless. I'm going to throw you away and you get all soggy and saggy on my butt, bitch. God. Like I was saying.
Whoa.
But yeah, me pulling up like that and then with my crunchy fucking gel hair because I didn't know how to take care of my curly hair. So I was doing my like with like the most gel in the world. Oh my God, me walking around school like in 7th grade like this, walking down the hallways like, because my hair was still soaking wet because I put it in the sink that morning to wet it for my gel.
Nasty.
But yeah, nobody clocked me on my fake Uggs because we literally didn't know what that was. And also, like, it does make sense that they fucking stink because in the winter, they're just, like, walking through the snow in your Uggs and they get wet and nasty.
Yeah, and, like, the girls would wear them in the rain and they would literally get fucking moldy and start, like, crumbling underneath their feet. Like, soggy Uggs is, like, the funniest thing. Like, there are photos of girls with like muddy fucking Uggs. Like it's like the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like they're like sagging
and
down their leg.
I'm literally looking up muddy Uggs.
Yeah, it's like the funniest photos I've ever seen.
Ew. Oh, this is just a video. Kate's Uggs stuck in the mud.
That's got it. This specific photo. This shit is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Ew,
Why is this a fucking thing? Like on Google, it's like hella muddy Ugg photos. It's like, yeah, my Uggs get used.
Wait, I need to like find this picture that I was just at because it was fucking crazy. This one, dude.
Ew.
I have to say that. Okay. But I got made fun of last night at a bar. I got literally made fun of. And guess what? You know what? Maturing is I said nothing.
Well, you were sober.
Yeah. Also, granted, I was just in shock because I, like, not to make it seem like, oh my God, I got made fun of for the first time. I know I get made fun of because I go out in public and for the most part, I'm like obnoxious, rowdy, loud. I know people are whispering about me, but it's rare that I hear someone fully just outwardly talking about me. But it literally felt like a moment where, you know, like the stereotype of like, oh, like, just like, I hate using this word, but like, kind of like pick me girl moment of like the girl who's making fun of me. It was like a girl and a guy making fun of me. And it literally felt like pick me moment of
and they were ugly as fuck.
Yeah, of course. Like
drinking beer on a Sunday night, you fucking loser. Get a fucking life, loser.
No, literally. Okay, but
especially at this bar, like you're drinking a fucking beer, like actually get a life.
So
You're
the bar,
so cool.
it was this bar that has like a photo booth that I've actually been made fun of. So this isn't my first time being made fun of. Last time I was at this bar, I got made fun of because last time I was there, I go there for the photo booth. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not crazy. What's crazier is like you pulling up on a Sunday night to drink beer. Like, what's crazier? Me going to be pretty in a photo booth or you pulling up on a Sunday night at 11:45 walking in to have a beer? Like, get a grip. But I guess it is a bar, so I'm just being nitpicky. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you, and making sure you feel empowered through your day-to-day activities and what life has to throw at you is super important, especially in a new year when you're trying to figure out what you want to anticipate for your future. Working with a licensed professional through problems is a great way to make sure you stay on track for the you want to be.
When you're at your best, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down, and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to or used to. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. So if you want to do therapy on the toilet, you can. If you want to do therapy in your car, you can. It's so easy. You can do it from anywhere.
If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/intercom today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/intercom.
Anyway, we'll put up what I was like wearing and like what I looked like. And I think they were just having a moment where like, this fucking dimwit, fucking airhead, dumb bitch walked into the wrong place. Like, does she even know where she's at? Like, that was the vibe it was giving. And when I went into the photo booth originally, yeah, which makes a lot of sense. But when I went into the photo booth originally, I felt them staring at me, and I had thought to myself, I was like, I already felt a bunch of people staring at me because I knew before we even went to this bar, I'm like, people are gonna see what I'm wearing and be like, this fucking idiot, why is she so dressed up? But I don't give a fuck because it's a nice-ass outfit and you could kiss my goddamn ass. You're the loser who walks out of the house looking like shit because you don't care about self-respect or like looking good, and I do because it makes me feel fun. But I knew I was gonna get looks. I was getting fucking stared at like a goddamn clown when I was in there. I was like, whatever. I go into the photo booth. I felt them looking at me and I was like, no, they're not looking at me. Like, I'm just being in my head. Whatever. Then at this bar, there's this like big water jug thing, and I went to go get water because I wasn't drinking, and I was like, I need water. I walk over to get water, and their table is like right here. Like, if you're the water jug, they're right here. Like, it's like kind of that close.
I'm the sparkling water jug. Wait, what is it?
It's like the Gatorade jugs. What are those called?
What you got?
Oh, the sparklets?
Yeah, sparklets water.
I don't know what that is. But I was there filling up, and I feel their eyes burning a hole into me, and they're just looking at me and giggling and laughing, and like, I kind of glanced over and I was like, oh yeah, they are fully staring at me. And then I was just kind of looking at them in my peripheral and thinking, and I was like, they are fully making fun of me, and we're not far enough, and they're not hiding it too. That was the crazy part, is like, they weren't like whispering, they were fully just dead staring at me. And I was like, oh, they actually think because I look so pretty right now that I am a fucking imbecile. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like in their head, they were like, she's so fucking stupid. We could literally talk about her out loud right now and she won't hear it because she's actually stupid. And that's what it felt like. I didn't say anything because I was like, I was honestly just shocked.
If I was there, I would have beat their ass.
Thank you, babes.
These hands do not discriminate.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. Like, just having a man in my life who will stand up for me.
Mm-hmm. I'll take anybody down.
Thank you. But will you, though?
Yeah, I've been working out. People have been saying, according to Kaya, that I look bigger.
Oh, I know it looks bigger.
I had a good penis day yesterday. I had to tell Kaya and Mason that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, because you saw it.
Yeah, but it just didn't look very different to me. So I go back and all my friends are sitting at this table kind of next to theirs. And then I was loud because I wanted them to know that I fucking heard them. And I was like, I said to all of them, I was like, those people right there are literally making fun of me right now. And I've never had that happen where someone's just loudly, blatantly looking at me and making fun of me. And I don't know what to do about it. And I'm not going to say anything, but it's fucking crazy. And I was basically just doing that because I was going to be in there for a while longer. And I was like, I want them to just not do that again. Like, I know you're doing it, so don't fucking do it again. Or else I'm going to say the meanest thing to you ever. And you're going to think about it for the rest of your fucking life. That the bimbo bitch in this shitty fucking bar called you an idiot. But then I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna leave because I was like, I have a headache. I'm not like feeling good again. I just want to go. And everybody's like, yeah, well, I'll just leave. We're standing, like, everybody crowds around. Like, I wish there was a way to like show you the like layout of this bar. But basically we all end up standing right next to their table because everybody decides to get water before we leave. And I hear him, like, the guy at the table basically be like, dude, like, you know, she definitely didn't think, like, this was the vibe. And, like, it's just so funny. Like, where did she think she was, like,
I straight up would have pulled out his fucking hair and snapped his glasses and broke every fucking bone in his finger.
That's
Stinky
crazy. That's
bitch.
such a weird high school level of
exactly.
toxicity.
And I guarantee he did not wash his balls or under all the flaps on his fucking skin. And I hope he fucking burns in hell. Like, he will burn in hell. Like,
I like, couldn't believe it. And then this was the other thing. So then when we're standing there, I made sure that I couldn't see them because I was like, I don't want them to see my face. I don't want them to say anything about me anymore. And
he
then
smelled like dry spit.
My back was kind of like this. Like, the girl's back was to mine, but I was like this. I don't know if I'm still.
Yeah, you can't hear you.
Oh my god, my earring also flew off. I was gonna scream. I was like this basically with the girl, and I heard him say that, and like she's facing him, so my back is fully to him. He says that, and then like I kind of turned a little because I wanted to see if they were still looking at me. They are. The girl fully turns her body, looks at me up and down, and starts laughing, and then turns back to the guy, and she was like, no, exactly. And like starts laughing again. And I, like, couldn't believe it. And then as I was walking by, I just said, like, really loud again, I didn't say anything mean, and I should have, because I could have fucking read them both to the ground and up. Because they were
yellow,
so, I'm sorry,
ass
they were fucking
teeth.
ugly. Like,
cigarette stained teeth, fucking gaps in their teeth, disgusting, rotten British person teeth.
It was one of those vibes where it was like, I think that girl was, like, so down to make fun of me because she felt superior because she, like, was like, I don't need makeup and, like, extra clothes and, like, whatever. And I'm like, okay, maybe you do, though, because, like, you're not serving right now, and, like, where is your sleigh? Like, it's not present. It's not in the room with us, so why are you talking about me? But as we were walking by, I was just like, I think they've been making fun of me for the past 20 minutes, and I don't understand, and I don't think I'm tripping, but it's fucking insane that they think that's okay to just talk about someone like that so loud. And then I just said that, and I, like, didn't even look at them to see if they heard me.
We're finally getting a taste of our own medicine.
But the thing is, why they were so, like, you know what it felt like? It felt like they were comedians. Like, does that make sense? Like, it felt like they were the kind of people to, like, go and do stand-up and be like, so I saw this fucking idiot bitch. What's up with girls now? Like, that's what it felt like they were giving. Like, they were there to perform to each other on a Sunday night because they were bored and they, like, need a few beers to start being funny. And it was just crazy, and I, like, couldn't believe it.
See, this is my rule.
And I was mature, and I didn't say anything mean to them.
This is my rule. You can talk shit about anybody you want, make fun of anyone you want, but as long as they don't hear you. Because this is what happens.
It was just so crazy. I just, like, couldn't believe. I've never heard anyone be that loud. Again, I know, bitch, I've, like, sustained myself to the internet, let alone to being an obnoxious fucking freak for my whole life. So I know people talk about me. I know people fucking hate me and think I'm annoying and shit or whatever. But
well,
I've just never had
you
that.
are annoying.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah. It's just, like, every time I degrade myself, you're so quick to, like,
agree.
Jump in.
Yeah. Well, because you know you the best. Like, you know yourself better than anybody does, so I'm just, like, agreeing.
Oh, okay. I think, like, sometimes when I say that, I need you to say, like, that's not true.
Well, I would be lying.
Oh, okay. I guess I can respect that.
Should we talk about, or I'll just get into it. I'll just get into it, y'all. So, I have a question for you, Kai. Have you been getting pregnancy content on your For You page? Like pregnant people, like cute little babies, like all that shit?
Yeah, well, I've gotten a lot of, like, pregnant women on my For You page, but it's all girls that I got pregnant that I'm, like, friends with. And I think
that you're an absent father?
Yeah, like, why would you even, like, admit to that? That's not a flex. Babe, that's not the flex you think it is.
Well, it's cool that I have sex.
As men, we are put here to spread our seed as far as possible. That's why our stamina is so high, and that's why we don't get pregnant, and so we can, like, plant our seed and spread our gene pool as far as possible, because that's just how it was. That's just how it is. Have you, though?
No, I haven't. I haven't gotten any pregnancy.
Okay.
Maybe you're getting it because, like, you know, when you're, like, literally on the same Wi-Fi as someone and you get their feed.
Can you just say yes?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So, this proves my theory. That proves my theory. So, we're starting to think that the government is putting cute babies and pregnancy content on everybody's TikTok For You pages and their feeds because our generation is having a very, very small amount of babies. Like, no one is making babies. We're like not doing it, and I feel like they're trying to, like, incentivize us with, like, this cute baby content and this pregnant, like, oh, look how cute my pregnancy bump is, oh, look how cute my baby is. Like, you should have one because population collapse is going to happen very soon if we don't. And in 30 years, when our generation is 60 and retiring and our children are supposed to be taking over, there's not going to be anybody to take over, and the entire world is going to collapse.
The world is going to heal. It's healing.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. But yeah, the government is putting pregnancy content on your For You pages to get you pregnant.
That's how I feel, but then I'm also like, maybe it's because we're all in our mid-20s now, and it's just showing other people in their mid-20s, and most people in their mid-20s are getting their fucking life going, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna have a baby and, like, settle down and, like, have a family.
I love the joke where it's like, we don't need any more influencers. Like, we need electricians and plumbers. Like, it's okay. You don't have to make viral content online. Like, please go to school to be a plumber.
I think you should do that because, like, honestly, like, you're okay at what you do, but it's just, you could be better at other things, like building homes and stuff.
That's like the meanest thing someone's like ever said to me.
No, like you're funny, but like it would be funnier if you just like did a real job.
Like as a bit.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
But you were really good at it, and you like stuck to it for like 30 years.
Oh yeah, if it was like a bit, like an Andy Kaufman, like
yeah. Except like you like really did a job.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Well, shit.
Yes, I know who Andy Kaufman is. Like, yes, like I get it.
Wait, did y'all think Andy Kaufman was being serious in that one video? Yikes. Where is your comedic radar?
Oh, cool. My shoe just keeps like literally degrading in front of me. Like, this is like crazy.
Also, you mean deteriorating? It's not like degrading you. Was it degrading you? Like, it can't speak.
I think degrading can mean
anything.
Decomposing.
Well,
yeah. I agree.
I'm just surrounded by like yes men. I'm surrounded by yes men, and it's like really shocking. Like
when we agree with you, you say that we're fake. When we disagree with you, you say that you're a victim and everyone's against you.
Exactly, because I am a victim, and
so
I'm surrounded by.
What are we supposed to do, dude?
Be fucking normal. I don't know. Just don't come. Like I need.
You're a fashion victim because this outfit is horrendous.
Why are you laughing?
Cause she fucking bodied you,
Kai, did you wear that sweater on our rainy day waterfall hike yesterday?
Yes.
Did you wash it?
No, but
pink eye. You're getting pink eye.
I didn't need to wash it. I don't smell bad.
You can't laugh at my outfit.
Damn. You can't laugh at his outfit.
Let me just say this. You guys, can I just say one thing?
What was that voice?
Well, that's just how you said it. Your outfit.
Let me just say this. You guys just wait until I start dressing.
Oh, you'll be looking like ranch.
Oh my God. Well, here's something I wrote down.
Balsamic.
Hot guys are so nasty because they know they're hot, and that's just super nasty, and it feels very controlling and manipulative.
Timothy
and I
Chalamet.
think like men are so nasty. No, actually, that one selfie of Timothy, like I have to text him about it because he actually looked so cute.
See, I saw him in the grocery the other day, and like we were just like twerking on each other and just like dapping each other up and like hanging out, and like we got like a drink at the cafe, and we just like caught up, and I was like, damn, you're like kind of a nice guy.
Kind of. Did you have bad experiences with him before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he can be very...
fucking hit me.
Yeah. But that's
told
rare.
you about
he went
that.
to therapy for it, so it's like, okay. He's like not...
Yeah.
And it was only you, so I don't feel like that crazy about it, because I think you deserved it
People
sometimes.
do change.
Sometimes I see you and I do want to hit you, though. But like, so I get it. Because it's like...
hittable?
Yeah, you're just like, you just have like a very like... Drew was getting his stuff out of the dryer, and I wanted so badly to close the fucking door on his body. It was so perfect. It would have been so fun.
Yeah.
But instead, I just hit your back a bunch, but...
Back shots. Breedable.
Yeah, I gave you back shots.
Breedable.
But yeah, like...
I am breedable.
Also, like, when I say hot men, because we all know that, like, I do find certain men hot, but, like young men, like, around our age...
Yo. You stepped on my fucking toe, and it hurt so fucking bad. That hurt so... Ow! She hit me. She fucking hit me.
What was that delayed reaction?
She fucking hit me.
Your nerves are literally frozen.
Oh my God.
But
you did stomp on my big toe, and my nail is gonna fall off, I think. I'm not joking. It's gonna turn black and fall off.
Well, it's not my fault you're wearing fucking shoes that are paper thin. But... yeah, something about it is just so nasty. And all I can think about right now, the one example, I wish I remember who I saw that made me think about, because it was a TikTok of like this guy, and something about him, I was like, you made this with evil intent in your heart. Like, you're not feeling yourself. You made this as like, I'm gonna do something. Like, I don't know. It just felt very evil. But then all I can think about is like, we need to shout this fucking TikTok out, because I think it is literally the funniest one ever. The girl taking the cup from that guy.
Oh yeah, and it's like, there was nothing in there.
I fucking knew it.
Well, while Enya finds that TikTok, like, I fear that my mind... Have you found it?
Yeah. Wait, I have to show it to Kai. Have you seen this guy before?
No.
So his whole thing is that, like, he's hot and he drinks coffee. Like, literally, I'm not kidding. Like, and now he, like, sells shirts, ? Like, I don't really know. This is me just dissing on this guy for no reason. But, like, he did this once.
Oh, I have seen this guy.
Yeah, he did it once. And then people were like, you're hot. And you look like, what's that one actor? Whatever. But this girl.
It's like,
oh my god.
He's talking shit about something to fucking say.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. You're just like the others. You're no different from the fucking rest. It was empty the whole fucking... Because he's always with that damn cup. And I will say, it always does look empty because he lifts it so fast and then he slowly sips, but...
I fucking knew it.
I fucking knew it.
Well, I fear that the tides have finally changed. And I'm not going to mention them by name specifically, but I think a lot of my faves are evil, sinister, greedy beings. And I'm not going to name them by names, but just seeing the way some people have behaved recently, I'm like, oh, like you're dark. There's darkness there. There's like there's an
sinister
energy. Yeah, there's a vibe. Sick and twisted, dark-sided vibe.
What I will say, because we're on the same page, there is just a chance we're losing our mind and we're like actually heading towards like a break.
Dude, yesterday was really fucking bad.
And then like 3 days ago, and the building.
Yeah.
The building.
There's a building at the like really close by our house, and we looked at it, and like I didn't say anything because I was like, if I say this out loud, I will sound insane. And like I was talking to Enya about something else, and when the thought popped into my head, and then Enya said exactly what I was thinking. We looked at this building and we were like, oh my God, like it is a completely different color. There is no way they painted this overnight, because yesterday it was a different color. Today it was a new color.
Also, it's like a stone building.
Yeah, it was marble on the walls, and we were like, I would have noticed if there were if there was marble coating this building. Like, why am I just now seeing this? Like, this is new. This is fresh. And they also took down their pride sign, which is crazy. It's a little suspect, but yeah.
But it literally scared the fuck out of us. And then I was trying to explain this to somebody on the phone yesterday, but they were like, no, that's normal. And I was like, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. And like, that's why you can't grasp it. But like, it's like the comment saying, like, if you think you're going insane, then you're not, because you're sane enough to like keep a hold of your mental state.
Yeah.
But in those moments, I literally feel like I genuinely feel like nothing is real, or like everything's been real and I've been somewhere else and I just got placed here and I'm like seeing things and it's scaring me. And it's been happening a lot.
Last night on the drive home, it was so high def and like it was so bright and colorful and beautiful, and I was just like, holy shit, like this is real. I'm real. I'm like seeing you're real. I'm hearing them talk in the back and I'm like, y'all are real. Like, damn, all of this shit is actually real, or it's all fake and I'm just waking up.
I know, that's the scary thing, is like, I'm like, oh my God, everything looks so real right now, because I had it yesterday too. Oh, also, basically we saw this building and like it looked real. Like for the first time ever, it looked like a building, and I was like, dude, buildings are like 3D structures, and they're not like, it's not this thing that if I crashed my car into it, it would just fall back and like lay flat. Like it was a building, and I was like, oh my God, people are in there right now, and it was really scary.
I don't believe that people are inside every building. Like I think we're the only people inside, and then when we walk outside, people just spawn. Like I'm not joking. Like there's no way there's people inside the house next to us,
and they're doing stuff in there.
Yeah,
they're doing evil things. I bet
it just not makes sense.
But then yesterday I had the same thing while Drew was having his awesome dream.
Yeah, so I'm gonna explain it because I don't give a fuck, because like what else am I gonna say? But so yesterday me, Kai, and Mason went on like a waterfall hike, and it was really pretty, and it started raining, and we were like, ooh, let's get like a warm bowl of ramen after. So we cruised to the ramen shop. We got a bowl of ramen, and then we all went our separate ways. And when I got home, I knocked out like almost immediately. I was like the most tired I've ever been in my entire life, and I just like fell asleep because my belly was full and warm, and it was a yummy bowl of ramen, and it put me on my ass. So halfway, I set my alarm for 30 minutes because I'm like, oh, I don't want to sleep all night, like that would suck balls, because I was like, oh, I'm really tired. So I set my alarm for 30 minutes or 26 minutes, and I woke up at 4:20 on the dot. and I saw it and I was like, oh, I can sleep like a little bit longer. So I snoozed and I woke up like 6 minutes later and I just turned my alarm off instead of like actually waking up. And I think I had like entered REM sleep or something like right after that, because like I had another set of like awful like fucking dreams. Like after these dreams I was like visibly shaken up. Like I was like, oh, this like has completely altered my life forever. Like what happened in these dreams like really fucked me up, and I fully wasn't like awake yet. I was still in that like half sleep half awake state, and I was like in Enya's room like tearing up talking about these dreams.
He was fully about to cry over it, which is really embarrassing because I thought I lived and loved a man, but then I realized that it was just a boy. So.
And you're ugly, so.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And I never loved you.
I could say the same. I don't care.
Oh, now you say it. But you weren't saying it last night when I was giving you back shots. Oh. I love you so much. I love you. It's always I love you until it's not. Right about that.
Right about it.
Yeah.
Well,
but
I don't write.
This dream. So, previously I had a dream where I got shot and I woke up feeling the pain. And what? Oh. And then a couple days later, literally yesterday in my nap, I dreamed that, that other dream I had where it was like me dying over and over again and waking up in different people's bodies. Well, I did that a fucking again. And I was like, oh, I thought that was one and done. Like I cannot do that again. And it happened again. And like, it is so hard to describe the way I felt. But the first time it was me and Kai, and we were driving around like my neighborhood in our golf carts, and like one thing I am genuinely terrified of, like it is like one of my deepest fears. I don't know where this fear came from, but it is driving next to bodies of water in a golf cart. Like I have had multiple panic attacks, like just like they're gonna roll in, the ground's gonna cave in underneath us, like it's gonna drive into the water, we're gonna fall off the bridge, whatever it is. Like I hate driving in golf carts next to water. It's like the scariest thing in the world to me. And I don't know why, but in this dream we were in a golf cart and there was like a really tall bridge with like a deep ravine, like hundreds of feet. And like we pull up to this house and Kai was like, oh, I put in the wrong, or I was like, this is the wrong house. And Kai was like, oh, I put in the wrong address. And we were like turning around and we got to this bridge and we were driving over it and Kai was like fucking around and like swerving the car a little bit, like just to make it so like, what?
Like classic annoying.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, like,
exactly.
You're being so.
Always just fucking playing. But he's like playing around and like he was getting really close to the edge because he knew it was like a fear of mine and I would freak out. And then eventually
he wanted to see you squirm in your little.
I know, he wanted to see me writhing around. But anyways, he like fucks up and presses the gas instead of the brakes and we drive off, like we roll off this fucking bridge down into this ravine and Kai is like freaking out and like I look over at him and he's like freaking the fuck out and then all of a sudden he goes calm and we like look at each other because we know we're about to hit the bottom of the lake and like Kai starts crying a little bit too because he's a bitch. I was so normal and like masculine. I was like, whatever.
You would cry if you were about to fall to your death.
Genuinely, Kai was crying. I saw tears rolling down his face, and I was like freaking out. But obviously, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't do anything about this. And so we hit the water, and like the golf cart hits the side of the ravine and rolls over in the water, and like it's deep water. So then we're like, I can like feel the water around me. I see the water and like I'm like trying to get up, I'm trying to get out, and I'm like gasping for air and I can't get my breath and I just fucking drown and I die. And then I hear this buzzing like really loud in my head as I'm dying, and then I hear like a computer like chime, like a startup sounded like a computer, and like I just wake up in another body. And I'm like, I'll keep this one short, but there was like a girl with me that like wanted nothing to do with me, or I didn't want anything to do with her, and she was like all over me and I hated it, and I was like pushing her off and I was like, please get away from me. And her parents were even like there like egging it on, and it was really fucking weird. And then I was with two other people and they were playing like arcade games. We were at like Chuck E. Cheese's or some shit. We were like young, and one of the people that I'm with drops their like a card like credit card or game card down the side of this like arcade machine, and I reach in there and I grab it, and then I start getting like electrocuted, and I feel like the electrocution going through my body, and like it's like really painful and really hot, and I'm like freaking the fuck out. I've never been electrocuted. I don't know how I know what this feels like, and I'm like trying to pull my hand away, but I can't. And then I die again, hear the buzzing and ringing sound, and I wake up in another body, and this time I'm in the front seat of like a really modern supercar. And like the way I can describe the feeling that I had was like I was in like the 1920s, like, and like I was used to those cars, but like I was like terrified in the front seat of this car because I was like, how the fuck is this happening? How are we going this fast? How are we swerving down this road? And it was also someone that looked like you, Kai, that was driving, and you were like swerving, and I was like, please slow down, please slow down. You don't slow down. We eventually crash, and then right when we crashed and I die the third time, I like wake up in real life, and I was like freaking the fuck out. You know what I realize is it's higher powers giving me movie ideas, and I just keep giving them away. And like this is fully like a great, like, you know, Magnolia, like all the coincidences, like all this shit, it adds up. Like this is the same thing, except like we're Groundhog Daying, but waking up as different people with the same mind. And yeah, that was my dream. And I freaked the fuck out. And I was like genuinely terrified for the rest of the day yesterday.
I know, he was literally so shaken up and almost cried. And I had nothing to give him because I was just like, well, while that was happening to you, I was in here awake for the whole day, having another like disassociative meltdown because I was laying in bed. And when Drew went to go take a nap, it was like a cloudy day out. So like perfect nap vibes. But I had woken up at like 12, so I was like, I don't need to take a nap. It was like 4 p.m. and I was like, maybe I just go lay down. And I went into my room and like laid down with Azul, and then I was looking at Azul and I was like, dude, Azul looked so real yesterday. Like it was actually freaking me out. Azul is my cat. She looked so real, and I think it was like the lighting in my room, and it just felt like the light that was coming into my room had never come into my room before. Like it was like such a specific lighting. It was like moody, dark, but like I could see everything so clearly.
We really do have a gas leak in this fucking house.
I know, and I could see everything so clearly, and I was just like looking around, and I was looking at Azul, and I swore I could see every hair on her body, and it was freaking me out. And I was like, dude, you look so real. And like she was moving around and like being sweet, and I was like, dude, this is like such a like animal, like it's like such an intimate connection I have with this animal, and I've never spoken to it, but I like know it so well. And I was like freaking the fuck out. And then I looked over to my dresser, and I have this like actually really fucking nice dresser, by the way, fuck you, and it's like this space age like yellow dresser, and I like looked over at it, and it was a yellow color I've never seen in my life, and I never saw on this dresser. And then that started freaking me out because I was like, dude, I've never looked at it. Like I've just never looked at this dresser. It's been in my room for like 2 years, and I've never looked at it, and now I'm looking at it, and I'm like seeing this hue of yellow I've never seen, and I like literally was freaking the fuck out. And then I was like, oh my god, everything looks so real. And then I looked out the window, and like the sunset was like so gorgeous because it was like one of those sunsets when half the city is like super dark from like it being rainy, and then the other half is like just like normal, and like there are like scattered clouds. So it just like looked gorgeous outside. I was like, I need to go outside and like look at this and like see it. But then I was like, I'm scared to go outside because I feel like something bad is gonna happen to me if I leave the house right now. So I can't leave the house. And I was just like standing in my room, like listening to music and looking out my windows. And then I was like, I kept seeing people walk around, and I was like, what are they thinking? Do they think it's nice out, like as nice as I do? And then I was just freaking out and like looking around my room, and everything looked so real, and it was scaring me. And then that passed, and then I was back to just being on my iPhone. So I was back in reality.
Yeah, go back to reality.
I was grounded back to a reality with my iPhone, and then...
Yeah, you know what it is it's just like the first time we've looked up from our iPhones ever, and we're just seeing the real world around us, and we're like, wow, this is actually really big and beautiful, and it has a lot to offer. But then we have to drown those thoughts out because they're scary, and change is scary. But you know what I've been thinking about recently, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. Why do me and Drake kind of look like twins? Like we kind of look the same. We have the same vibe. Like if you look at him, his eyes are too far apart, but like we kind of look like the same. Look at him. I swear, I'm not even playing. Like I looked at him the other day and I was like, oh my God, why are me and Drake twins?
Let's see. I unfollowed him a long time ago because he was pissing me off.
Also, me and Harry, yes, we look alike. Me and Timmy, that's my boy. I know we look the same. Yeah. I just have a bunch of doppelgangers.
Do you just think that because of his beard?
No, I just think we look the same. We'll save that picture. We'll take one of me posing like that, and y'all will be the judge. Because
the thing is, I'm on his IG, and for some reason, I'm like, why does... Okay, that's not you, babe.
No, see, that is me.
You know what? Y'all don't look alike, but I understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. But it really is just like the facial hair,
the energy, the vibe.
You should go get your like facial hair like done up by a barber, and let's see what you look like. I'm
cutting it all off. I don't.
No, but before you do that, can we like line it up and like see what you would look like if you were like normal?
Kept.
Because you're very like. You're abnormal.
Enya has been like trying so hard to change my appearance recently. She's like, here, like, what if we like played around and like dyed your hair, and then what if we played around and cut all your split ends off? Like, oh, we could like shave your beard and like get that off of you too. Like while we're at it.
Have you ever thought that it's because I'm somebody who's so used to changing my appearance, but now that I am like so stuck like this, and I'm like, this is me. Also, I hate that as I've been talking, I've been getting more congested. And it's so nasty because I keep sucking at my snot. Yeah, and I'm really sorry. I just need to give head so that it's like a neti pot kind of effect. Oh, God.
The suction.
Yeah. It works.
But, yeah, I think it's more like I'm not the person
I fell in love with.
Yeah, you felt like you found attraction for. Yeah. I don't think I'm that person. You just like let go of
yourself.
And I think you're trying to change me to mold me into the thing you want me to be, but I'm my own being, and I have my own wants and needs.
You know what I want to do is, like, what are they called? Like the pottery tables?
Ow.
What is that called? Oh, from when I hit you? Yeah. Cry me a river, bitch. What are they called? Hurts. The tables? The, like, pottery wheels? So is that what it's called? Like a pottery wheel?
Yeah.
I think so. It's like something.
Sorry, I'm having trouble. I want
to put Drew on that and, like, make sure his wiener's in the middle and then mold his balls in a wiener. And get a bunch of water, but it's, like, water-based lube and, like...
I'm having like a hard time laughing because my leg and toe hurt so
I can make the rest of you hurt really fucking bad if you don't shut up.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple more things written down that I wanted to talk about. The next being... Oh, that's Moan Reveal. I did a Moan Reveal on IG. Go check it out. So our friend Jester... Their birthday was yesterday, and the day before yesterday, they threw a little rave. Big rave. And it was the event of the weekend, of the year, of the month, of the century,
when we left, like, mad early. We're like, it was the best time ever.
But it was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was so fun.
But at that party, there was someone that I fancied, and I was like, ooh, I want you. And we kept like locking eyes and like making eye contact, and it was really, really sweet. But I'm too scared to interact with anybody other than my friends because of when I was rejected in grade school asking that girl to the dance. It stuck with me for the rest of my life. But she has stinky fucking Uggs now, so it doesn't matter. What the fuck was I saying?
You were saying you fancied someone, you couldn't go up to them.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't go up to them because I was terrified. And so the night ended, and I pointed Enya to this person. I was like, look at them, like they're so bad, like I want them so bad, like they're hot, like whatever. And he was like, sure, why don't you go say hi? And I was like, absolutely not. Or say, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Anyways, next day I was like, I want to find who that was. I really want to find who it was. And Jester posts like a slideshow on their TikTok,
which this is gonna like. So people are going to look at the slideshow and like try to pinpoint.
There's a few people on there, so I don't give a fuck. And they will never guess. But I screenshotted it and sent it to Jester, and I was like, who is this? I need to know who this is. Like, please tell me who this is. And Jester like didn't respond for an hour, and I was like, oh God, like who is that? And Jester responded, was like, Drew, that's my fucking uncle. Like you were hitting on my uncle the entire night. And I was like freaking the fuck out. I was like, oh hell no. I thought it was really funny, and so did Jester, but yeah,
That is so funny. When Drew told me that, I like cracked the fuck up because I wouldn't have guessed that. But also, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I think, and then my toxic response was like, okay, what does that mean?
No, that was my response. I was like, okay, give me their number.
Oh, now what? Link me, stinky.
Let's link and build.
Why do me and Oscar Isaac and Pedro Pascal have to go to Paris together?
Or have a threesome together.
Yeah, we need to go to Paris and see that one.
Oh, see, you said that shit to me and I didn't understand what you meant.
And it was such a bar.
Yeah, let's see. Well, I already spoiled it, but Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, Drew sent me like this slideshow of like Pedro and Oscar being friends. I was like, wait. Oh, I didn't say anything. I just sent a picture of the Eiffel Tower back and Drew was like, what does that mean? I was like...
I know. I was like, okay. Or you said we need to go to Paris.
Oh, yeah.
All three of us need to go to Paris. But yeah, that slideshow was fucking crazy.
Ugh.
Literally, don't even get me started.
I don't like Last of Us, but like, I might watch it.
I that's kind of my vibe too. But
to see him be big and strong. Ew, he's so big and strong.
he's a real boy. Like, that's the thing.
He could probably pick me up.
I'm seeing what Oscar Isaac is in recently. That's coming out.
I just only remember scenes from A Marriage. That was.
He was in this new Marvel thing called Moon Knight.
You're not gonna get me to watch that. I don't care who you fucking put in that.
Yeah, never.
Bitch, you could reincarnate Michael Jackson and get him dancing in the fucking Avengers circle, and I wouldn't watch that shit. I wouldn't fucking give a fuck.
This is literally anti-Marvel.
Anti-Avengers
podcast.
I'm so sorry. And if you fuck with it, honestly, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. But you are abnormal. I'll leave it at that.
I think like the majority of people like Marvel. I just can't do super fucking heroes. I can't do it. I don't get it. I never will. I never have. I also can't
the comedy style of it, I think, is like also what turns us off because there's like such a like tee-hee. It's so like I got it.
The Hulk did what? What the heck? That's literally
He's so silly. But yeah, I just can't do it. Also, abnormal.
Wait, the Hulk is like a big man, though.
Saying someone is abnormal as a diss, that's in. Because saying someone is abnormal is actually really fucking mean. Like, I said that to somebody yesterday, and I was like, it was like as a joke, and it was funny, but I was like, if that was real, that would have been so mean. Like, you're abnormal.
I take it as a compliment.
So next time somebody you don't like posts a TikTok, just comment abnormal.
We should take...
Don't do that. That's so mean.
We should take normal out of the dictionary.
Okay. We'll do that then.
Yep.
Is that what you want to hear? Like...
Yeah.
It's done.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Dictionaries are literally useless now. Like, we have iPhones.
iPhone.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Oh, wait. Actually, before we go, this is just random, but I did have a dream that we were in a plane crash 2 times in one day and we survived each time. And it was like a plane crash that it was like this company had like really like malfunctioning planes. We got on and it was like really dipping a lot and like it was like the worst takeoff ever. And I had turned to you and we were in business class because we were like so slay.
Yeah,
but also the business class seats were literally like fucking lawn chairs. Like it was so like rinky dinky. But I turned to you and I was like, this plane is gonna go down. Like I was like, it's gonna fucking go down. And you were like, Enya, I know. And I was like, I love you. And we like said our I love yous. But like for some reason we had this like blind confidence where we were like, I'll see you in like a second though. Like it's okay. Like whatever. It crashes. We crashed on the highway. Like it was like basically landed like this person. It was like a female pilot. She's so slay.
Makes sense.
No, it makes sense because she saved us. Because the plane was the one that had the malfunction. She didn't do anything wrong. But she crashed, like she landed on the highway. Oh my God. She landed on the highway. Nobody was hurt. But then the highway was like in very, it felt like we had, like, we're in Brazil for some reason or some shit, but, like, it was literally, the highway was next to, like, a river, and, like, it was gorgeous, and then we landed, everyone survived, and I literally stood back and took the most lit IG picture of, like, this plane with, like, a broken wing, and, like, everybody, like, kind of standing around, and then I posted on Instagram, I was like, LOL, what the hell? And, like, that was my comment, like, my caption was, like, LOL, huh?
That's, like,
and it was,
so
like,
real.
The plane crashed, and then the airline was like trying to comp us, by getting on another plane. And the pilot had told me, she was like, watch, the same thing is going to happen. Like, these planes are all fucked up. Like, I've been trying to say this to them. Whatever. We got on the plane anyway, and then it happened again, and we survived again. And we were literally so hyped. We were like, damn, we were so gassed. We were like, who can say they survived 2 plane crashes in a day? And we were so gassed. And we were like, oh, next episode is going to be lit.
Oh,
like,
we're so fucking annoying.
Which is like way too real, because anytime anything happens, we're always like, oh my God, like.
Gotta talk about that.
We have to talk about
that. Gotta talk about that.
And then that's it.
But before we end it, I'm going to do some media.
Just you? You think just you?
Well, you were trying to end it early without
No,
getting it
I
earlier.
always say thank you guys for watching, like, recently, and then we do media, but whatever. Okay,
Vespertine, the entire album by Bjork. I know I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Best Bjork album. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. It's so good. So good. And then, hold on. I need to get the title of this song. Okay, I actually don't know which one it is. But it's off of Oil of Every Pearl's on Insides by Sophie. There's a song on there specifically, but just listen to that as well. Masterpiece. And then I've been playing that sample. Also, one day randomly I ran into that sample in the wild and it freaked me the fuck out. And then I saw a TikTok a couple days ago saying that they did the same thing.
I think TikTok, Spotify, if you have listened to a song before or like constantly, they'll throw the sampled one in your Discover Weekly, because that happens to me a lot. Like when the Tyler album came out and I was listening to it a lot, all the samples were in my Discover Weekly the next week.
That's lit as fuck. But I've been playing, I think it's called Planetary Evolution, but it's like a cookie clicker style game where you click and make a bunch of money. And I have officially broke the top 300 top earners of all time. I am going for number 1.
Well, you're probably 400 now because we just did the podcast.
I know, I have to get back to clicking.
Well, my Discover Weekly is Saving My Feelings for You, Blossom Dearie, Actin' a Smoochie, Ice Spice, Princess Diana, Ice Spice, Drinking My Cup by Kirko Bangs.
Media of the week. We should start calling it Discover Weekly. Because you said my Discover Weekly on accident. But
yeah, we'll do that if Spotify
gives us the money.
Just give me a little something.
Hey, Spotify.
Hi!
We want to sign with you.
And then Finest Hour by The Sundays. The Sundays is probably one of my top 5 artists. And that's it. That's that. Oh my God, remember when I was like obsessed with the Everything But the Girl album?
Everything But
summer?
the Bagel album.
Like, that wasn't my first time being obsessed with Amplified Heart, but every now and then it just creeps back up. Oh, and I've been listening to the Cranberries. I just been in my like 90s, 2000s, like girl kind of being like,
I'm 13 again and smoking cigarettes by the big green electrical box at the park.
We actually hung out by that a lot after school with the YMCA counselor, because he would let us like leave to go get ice cream. But he was the dance teacher, so it wasn't sus. He was like, I think literally like 22 and just was like living out older brother like fantasy of like, do y'all want to just go get ice cream? He was actually the only cool counselor. It was so annoying.
Do you ever smoke a cigarette? I think I smoked my first cigarette at the green machine or the green box. I think everybody did.
I don't think I smoked my first cigarette until I was like 20 or something. Like, I think it had to have been in LA.
Loser.
And then, like, the first time I really started smoking was when we went to Paris for the first time. And then I was
Me and Kai are beefing for some reason.
No, we're not.
Well, that's because you said he stinks like mildew, which he does, but, like, you didn't have to call him out.
Whenever you don't let me hit for, like, a week, I do start to get pissed off at you.
That's literally me, though. Okay.
Everybody. That is one thing that we previously mentioned, but it was very true. Everybody in LA wants me.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's annoying.
Everybody wants me so bad.
I'm like, it's annoying. No one flirts with me, but, like, I'm not flirtable with, and I also like when people flirt with me, I literally I'm so mean by accident.
You are literally
well, because
evil.
I just don't know what to do with that. Like when people flirt with me, I literally be like, once it registers in my head because I'm talking to somebody, and then they'll say the one actually flirtatious thing with me, and I'll literally just like, because I'm registering it, I'll look at them and be like,
it's literally cringe. Flirting with people is cringe as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yeah. And then I like just keep talking, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go find my friends. Because you've scared me now. Now you've made me very scared. But yeah. All right. Well, everyone wants Drew. Everybody here wants you. Mm-hmm. You know that song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I don't.
I'll serenade you with it right now. You don't know the song?
Fast forward it. Why the fuck would I know this song?
Because it's fucking Jeff Buckley, bitch. One of the greatest fucking artists ever. Bye.